Bring that up on the end, share it. Is that what you want to show?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll bring that up for you.
We could.
Yep.
I just pulled it up for the date.
Yep. Oh, okay, sure. So you can just chat about it and I'll find it.
So our journey began on the 20. So Charlotte was the 24th of August. The week prior to the 24th of August, I've got two younger children. I've got three, but the two younger ones, 12 and 7, have severe bone density issues. So they're immunocompromised. So it's caused a whole lot of other issues. And every time they stubbed a toe or somebody tramped onto them or they fell, they'd have a sprain or a break. So Braca, which is my 7-year-old, on the 24th of August, a child in the class just tramped on her toe, and it went. I think I just saw that. Yeah, it went north. Just
we might bring that up.
All right, I'm just going to. I'll bring it up. Yep.
It went northeast. If you're looking at it at the compass, and the baby toe, the right foot baby toe snapped. So we took her to the hospital and they said, look, this is broken and she's going to need all sorts of medication, but probably minimum 6 to 8 weeks for a wee bit of recovery. Now, given the bone density issues and everything else with the 12-year-old and the 7-year-old, we know that generally takes a couple of months and not just 6 to 8 weeks. It could go up to 5, 6 months of being in a cast or being strapped. We came home and she was in profuse pain. Panadol was doing nothing, and they can't take ibuprofen. So we gave her 10 drops immediately of the curcumin drops. Literally 30 minutes later, and this is no joke, and Donovan can attest to this, and so does my mom.
She was weight bearing.
She was weight bearing, she was jumping, no pain, zero pain. So given the fact that she had not been given a medicinal anti-inflammatory and anything strong to get rid of the pain. Then it was 2 weeks after.
So 24th. 14th
of September, we decided, let's go cold turkey and just go back to the doctor and ask for an x-ray. And we got the x-ray done. And if you look at the pictures, which will come up shortly, you'd see that.
Okay, here it is.
That's the third one.
So that's the break.
So that's the
It's nice
break.
if they can see that, because it's
Can
been
you
really
guys see this? Joanne, can you see this image here? You got, yep, okay, yep. So this is what we're talking about here.
So that's the snap going northeast. And if you go to the next slide, if you see it clearer, that's almost 2.5 weeks. And even though there's scarring, there's no break. She's been dancing on it and jumping on it, doing all sorts of things. The very next day she went back to school and had no painkillers, just the drops. So I gave her 10 drops 3 times a day. I know with children it's 1 drop per age, but we completely are natural with medicines for them because of the condition. So we go homeopathy or we go anything that's alternative, and that did the job for Braca. And the same with Charlotte. The week before, she was in a cast and in a crutch. 4 days out of the moon boot and the 5th day out of the crutch.
And normally, you said
normally it could take up to 6 to 8 months with Charlotte coming out of anything, because she's got
she's super sensitive.
Super sensitive, yeah, to anything medicinal.
And your girls have allergies as well, don't they? And they've been helped with seasonal allergies as well.
Seasonal. Come August,
they don't have the issue of pollen.
There's no more pollen issues here.
Yes, that's me.
It's trying to hide.
There's going to be a voice in the dark. Yeah, so the drops have significantly reduced their reaction to pollen. In fact, we haven't pulled out any eye drops or
nothing,
tissue.
No homeopathy at all.
Yeah.
At all.
I took it myself. I started reacting to the pollen, and then Crystal just gave me 5 drops and stopped immediately. My eyes stopped itching because you normally get that gritty feeling, and then it transfers to the other. And just 5 drops, and that was just once. Stopped.
Would you be
Okay.
keen to share your personal experience?
Yeah, well, Sergio,
put you
laugh,
on the
putting me on the spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, there's I've had a whole lot of issues going wrong. In 2016, I had issue with my liver and my pancreas, sort of just misbehaving,
malfunctioning.
or seriously misbehaving, because I thought I was going to die. Just massive amounts of weight loss, vision issues. I didn't tell anybody about it, and then I went to the doctors, and they eventually said to me, "Oh, look, it looks like the pancreas and your liver are not talking to each other," and so they sort of put me on this this medical regime of tablets, which I really didn't want to take. And this year, in February, I stopped taking them completely because I just adjusted my diet. But then we were introduced to the curcumin, I think, 2 months ago.
Well,
About
I
2
had it
months
sitting
ago.
on the shelf.
And so I started taking the drops, and I'm going to, I think they're saying to Sergio, I'll probably do it till the end of next month, and go back and get those blood results done and then post them, because I'm quite convinced that the curcumin has actually changed. I'm speaking prophetically, that the curcumin has actually, when I get those results back, I'm quite sure that it's actually changed all of them to the positive, because I don't take any medication. I'm off drugs completely, and the curcumin every day I notice a change in my body, a change with both endocrinally speaking, because that's really what the issue was. It's the endocrine system that's not performing the way it should. So I'm looking forward to those results, and I'll share them with you as soon as we get the test done.
It's incredible.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you, Sergio.
You did well, being put on the spot. No problem at all.
Yeah, so that's, some incredible examples. And in the one family, your mother lives here, and she's had great results. We were chatting with her before. She's feeling a lot more energized as well. Less pain in her shoulders. You had rotator cuff injury.
I could not do this easily, and I'm a gym fanatic. I could spend 6 days a week in the gym, but I could not do a pull up heavy weights. And when I turned 50, I noticed the menopause hits and a whole lot of other things hit, and everything was sore. And so I started taking the drops, and then Pauline's the one that put me on it. And I don't get the menopausal issues anymore. I can do a pull up. For those that know the gym quite often, we do a pull up unassisted, 3 sets of 6 to 7. And I could not do anything of that sort before. And even Donovan,
because I had a rotator cuff.
He had a rotator cuff injury as well.
Mine was related to gymnastics, so
and
way back then.
We don't take any. I used to live off arnica. I don't know when last I took arnica. It's just the drops. And they haven't paid me to say that either.
No.
And the reason why we all look so young is because we take the drops.
We take the drops. Oh, speaking of young, last night, the last bit of of the curcumin, because a lot of people post, they put water in it. So I thought, I actually want to use it. So I was going to bed really late trying to get myself au fait with Facebook, because I'm not, and I had to learn it because it's a means to an end to get the product out. So I literally took some on my fingertips, turned the bottle upside down, put them under the creases and under the bags, went into the shower, did whatever I had to do, and I thought, oh, that's glowy after I washed it off. So I put it on the rest of the face. So I'm scheming that this could actually have some cosmetic positives as well. So
absolutely,
watch the space for that.
Yeah, just on that, we know that people use it topically for age spots, sunspots, skin tags, burns, bites, wounds, cuts, bruises, stings, anything. So you can use it topically. We've had some pretty miraculous before and after photos that people are submitting. We've got a group with about 25,000 people who are now having, incredible results with the drops. one guy in particular shows photos of before and after with hair growth. I don't know that that's standard, but
Yeah.
different bodies will do different things when they're not fighting inflammation. And when that inflammation is now under control, naturally, that roadblock to healing is removed. So people can start to regenerate optimally, whatever that means for their body. So we can't expect an across the board one size fits all fix or anything like that. But what we do know is that generally people start reporting that they're sleeping better. That means they start to regenerate. They can heal. The body can start repairing properly. You get proper rest. That restoration is so, so important to the healing process. Better mental clarity, more energy, and less pain for sure. Pain is a big one because curcumin is known to block pain pathways as well as inflammatory pathways. So a lot of people will experience a massive reduction in pain, or, as you say, like old injuries.
Yeah.
Maybe coming back to the surface for a moment and then really starting to get the proper healing that the body was intending. So we've had a lot of really incredible stories. I want if a couple of other people might be able to share just for the new ones, because there might be a couple of new people, but most here are getting familiar with the drops and probably using them. But who'd like to share? We'd love to have maybe quite a few.
Can I just butt in?
Yeah.
So,
Good at yourself, sister.
oh, sorry.
You're good. No, you're good, Tracy.
Oh, so all the symptoms that you've all gone through, and that's me in one body. So I'm excited.
That's
I'm
all of your
totally
symptoms? Did you say?
Yes. So I have breathing problems. My arm, I can't get up to the top. So I do miri through ACC for my arm. And yeah, the pancreas, I've had that for a little while. And then they told me that I had gallstones. They took gallstones out, but there was no gallstones that were given back to me. So all of that.
Wow, it sounds like a lot of inflammation, Tracy, really.
And that too. So my leg swells as well. I am allergic to anti-inflammatory. So it causes breathing problems for me as well. So all of the above is what I'm going through now. Been through that since actually 2015. I was diagnosed with Graves' disease.
Oh wow.
They said that my thyroids were overactive. When I went and studied it, they were all skinny people that lost a lot of weight for overactive. So I told the specialist I think I might be underactive because I can't lose any weight. And she told me no. But I had been on medication for 5 years, and one doctor said I shouldn't have even been on it for a year. And the side effects was I was losing my white cells. So through that, I also ended up with real deep depression. I'd cry and not know why. I was a happy-go-lucky person, smiling but crying and feeling down. I had breathing problems. I couldn't get skinny no matter how much I tried. I sacrificed my family's finances to try and lose weight. The more I tried, the more I gained. And since then, I've been going downhill. But a lot of the symptoms I hear, and that the product does amazing things, I'm thinking, wow, I can't wait to try it. So thank you, Joanne.
Yeah, amazing. I'm
so
glad. I'm so glad you've gotten onto this. And what we talk about is the maintenance amount of this product, because it's a natural supplement. It's not a drug. It's not a medication. It's not coming into New Zealand as a therapeutic. It's a natural supplement that you add to your food, put it on your tongue, put it in your tea or your coffee. 10 drops a day is a maintenance amount, but for some people, they find that they may need more. So up to 30 drops a day is often what's taken by people that have, serious chronic inflammatory conditions in the body. So up to 30 drops, but you can kind of work your way up to that. And, what we love about it is that we do give it to our children, and our pets. So it's really user-friendly. We can't speak highly enough of this product. And I'm really excited, Tracy, for you to get some and start trialing it and seeing how you go with that. I know that. Does anybody else want to share quickly before? Joanne's asked us to actually do a business presentation, which we can run through a few slides of how we got started with bringing this product here, sharing it, and how we now, this is our full-time thing for Sergiano, and how this has become a very important part of our, let's say, mission, but also feeling like we're making an impact. So we've got a product that's making an impact around the world. It's really helping our friends and family, and we are also, able to sustain ourselves financially because of the commissions that are available on this product, which is a very unique thing for a product like this. So before we jump into that, is there anybody else that'd like to give a quick testimony just about something that we might not have heard before that you might think is really impressive?
Maybe I should share. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Okay. This was happened to my father a month ago because I was introduced by Leanne Rotos. So, and then I also got involved much more with Denise. And the beauty about this product, I didn't know about it, but when I started my father on it, it was something outstanding. I saw
Cutting in. Is that cutting in and out for everybody?
Yeah.
and changed things. He had a stroke some years back. Sorry,
So
can you hear me?
The internet connection's a bit unstable. I might actually share the photo. We have that photo of your father, so I might do a quick screen share and
Yes,
share that, and you can still talk through that. But so just
okay. So my father had a cut on the leg, and it was really worse. But since he took the medication, not the curcumin, it actually helped heal up very quickly. And he also had some problem of losing his memory, and he was able to actually regain that back by able to sing songs that, a long time we haven't heard. And he was able to name our names, like call our names, and recognizes us, easily. And the other thing too, he was able to sleep well at night. And his face and the hand that was swollen actually came down. It all went back to normal. Since he was on it for three weeks, he was on it, and we noticed those changes on him. So I believe that the curcumin really did a lot of good things from within him, and you could see the joy he had that he was getting well. I also have like a cousin sister. She lives in Sydney, and she just started the bottle. She got it, and that same night she took it, and she felt healed in the morning. Like she said, she normally could not get up in the morning because she has arthritis on the back and on her legs, and she slept well in the night. And so that's the experience that she told me. Unfortunately, she was not able to come on tonight. And then my other sister in Brisbane, she has a husband who has gout. And she also experienced, a big difference on him when he took the curcumin. So I really thank the people who actually introduced me to the product. And I'm also trying my best to actually introduce here in the Pacific, especially in Samoa and in Papua New Guinea, because they don't know much about it. And so that's my my aim
Thank
Thanks for
you.
to
sharing.
actually,
Thank you for sharing.
yeah,
I know that people that have
Yeah.
sometimes in cultures where there's high inflammatory markers, they have very good results very quickly. And it's really important
yes,
to share the product with
Yeah.
you know, we're pre-launching in Australia and New Zealand at the moment. We're not
Mm.
officially open just yet, but as of, you know, once that's done, we'll be moving into Asia and hopefully some of the other island countries, we hope. So we've got a lot of work still to do, but we want to get this product into the hands of everybody that will listen, because it's really is changing us. So, you know, you've heard just a few testimonies here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's everything from, speaking of gout, I've got some close friends that have taken the product. He's had remarkable results with gout. His partner, who's been, has had diabetes from the youngest of age, I think from like 12, 13 years old. For about 2 decades, she's been, you know, suffering with diabetes, has been taking the drops, and now she's not regarded as having to take any diabetes medication, which is a outstanding result for her, because she'd try anything under the sun to try to help herself out with that. So I mean, look at the testimonials on disruptive wellness. You'll see that link in the chat. Please jump on that, and you can search up in the search part of it anything that you might want to look at, whether it's diabetes or arthritis. And interestingly, you know, when you said about your dad with his cognitive improvements, because of the nature of the technology, the delivery system is giving us such a wide range of positive benefits. But I mean, we could go on and on and on all night about the testimonials, but Rebecca will just cover briefly why, apart from our health and well-being, is where you know, we can obviously support ourselves in the finance part of it. So
definitely. And you know, everything we've talked about, all the science, we have that available. We won't go through that tonight, but we had a special request for talking about the opportunity that exists with this product, and why we got so excited about the idea of bringing this product to New Zealand was when we spoke to the company about it. They told us the way they market this product is through sharing, is through introduction to the product, through word of mouth, through testimony, through stories, through support, through community. And that's why we've that really got us excited, because we're people. And they shared with us that the cost of the product. So I'll talk to you about how you can benefit, but at a wholesale level, this is $25 US wholesale for a month's supply of this incredible product that is great for the whole family. You know, non-toxic. It comes from organic turmeric that is non-GMO. Obviously, the curcumin is extracted from the turmeric, and then it goes through the nanification process where it's broken down into the scale that cells can utilize it straight away. So all that means is the body doesn't have to do that process of nanifying, because the body has to nanify everything that it gets into the system in order to utilize it. So what the company told us was that if we could move enough product, meaning $100,000 worth of wholesale product in a month, then they could look at opening in Australia and New Zealand. And they said that it took Europe 1 year to do that type of volume, and it took us 6 weeks. So this is how excited we are, how motivated, and how much it's helping. There's such a big market for this product. So we asked them about, the commission on the product. And so there's a 50% markup from the wholesale to the retail. So a lot of people choose to become wholesalers of the product, or simply just have a wholesale account so they can get the product at half price. So they're great options. Some people have other people who need it, like they might have a clinic, they might be practitioners, physios, osteos, naturopaths. They can make 100% markup on the product. So that's fantastic. And then there's a commission stream, which is based on networking the product, so sharing the product and getting rewarded for helping people access the product at wholesale. And then you've got a whole customer base as well that we can chat about. So I'm going to run through this slideshow very quickly. It's only about 12 slides, I think, from memory. And just share with you about why this could be a real option for you and your family, as it has been for our family. I just need to get a different screen. Just 1 second. Let's get some more here. Okay, so just let me know if you can see this one coming up. So the internet's a little bit laggy, sorry.
Joanne, can you see that compensation screen?
Great.
Awesome.
Okay, so I'm just going to minimize us up here in the corner. And so the company that we work with, we partner with. So basically we are independent distributors of this incredible technology. And the company that is partnering with the German science lab is Vidify. And so we're going to talk about 12 ways that you can get paid around this product. So the first one is a retail commission. So when you join and become a wholesaler, you purchase a wholesale pack, and that you have some bulk product in that pack. So there's different packs that you can purchase. But basically what that means is at that point, not only do you get your product at wholesale, which is 50% less, you can, if you wish to, retail the product to others and make the 100% mark up on the product. So a bottle of Nanofire would cost 25 US, and it would retail for 50 US dollars. So by the time we do the conversions into Australia and New Zealand dollars, you're looking at around about $40 wholesale and $80, $90 retail. And for Curcumin Plus, which is the other product, same formula, but it has added vitamin C and ginger, that wholesales for $30 US and retails for 60. And then we have a gut health product, which you haven't really touched on, but it is a really superior symbiotic product. The costs are there, the prices are there, as you can see. So in this example, and there are a lot of people who love this about this company and this product, if you were to just help one customer a week purchase the product, adding on one customer each week over a year, you could profit 30,000 US dollars in 1 year. That's one customer this week and another customer next week and one the next week, and then each one buying just a bottle a month. Oh, sorry, 2 Nanofires a month, which would be probably for the family. So you're getting a great retail commission here, and then 50% of the wholesale cost of the product goes into what's called a business tree. So it goes into a distribution network, which is shared. We get really generous startup bonuses. So about 20% of the cost of a wholesale kit comes back to the person who has shared the product. So if they have introduced the product to somebody who decides they want to buy a wholesale pack, then there is commission payable on that pack to the introducer. So $60 US commission on a kit 250, 120 US on a kit 500, and $250 commission on a kit 1250 or 1000. And you know, we are open in multiple countries. We're in Latin American countries, Mexico, Colombia, Dominican Republic, USA, just opened in Europe, so about 26 European countries. So the scope for business building and sharing is, you know, it's global. Every time you share this with 3 people who purchase a wholesale pack, you get a triple bonus of $120. So that doesn't matter over what period of time. That could be, you know, over 6 months if that happened, or it could be all in one day. 3 people might decide you've shared and they want to buy, you know, a personal pack or a business pack with enough stock that they can take and share and send and sell. Then you're going to get a triple bonus there. We have what we call a Rapid Pro bonus, which is $300 US for achieving this group volume. So without getting complicated, if you do share with 3 people in 30 days, so you yourself purchase a pack, and then you have 3 friends or family members who also purchase a pack, on top of the commissions that you get for these packs, you get an extra $300 US as well. So in your first 30 days of joining as a wholesaler and a potential distributor, you could be generating more than you've invested and have all of that product to be able to share. So you would be well in front. So in this example, you know, you'd be receiving about $780 in the first 30 days in in partnering with us in the company. So this is a rank advancement bonus, and Sergio and I, we broke a record with this company because we did so much so quickly. We achieved this level of what's called diamond. It's just a signifier of having moved $100,000 US dollars worth of wholesale volume in a 1 month period. We did that in 80 days. So it was pretty fast, and you know, we've got a lot of our team. It wasn't all us. You know, it's our team that's growing and building, and just people that are sharing. We get to participate in all of that group volume, and we get a percentage of that for leading the team, for sharing, for going around and teaching and training. So we, you know, we were able to live off this income right now. So these bonuses are really generous, and for ranks of group volume, without getting again into too much detail, I'll just share with you that these bonuses, when they add up, and we did this, as I said, in 80 days, we got to this level here. That's a total of 19,000 US dollars in bonuses, just for reaching that rank, because that means we've worked hard. We've shared this product with lots of people. They've gone out and shared it with lots of people. And there's so much buzz and excitement about it. It's working. People are ordering more product, sharing it with friends and family. As a team, as a group, we're able to move large amounts of this product through Australia and New Zealand, which is very exciting. So there's certainly a lot to be celebrating in this company. You also get the opportunity to have a lifestyle bonus. So these bonuses kick in when you're, you know, consistently working with a product and helping to share it. And these bonuses are paid every single month. So again, these are on top of everything previous. Nothing is on its own. So you can really make a very comfortable living, or a part-time income, or, you know, really aim for something that maybe, you know, has not been in the scope before. We know a lot of people through COVID had either lost their jobs or businesses were closed. I think there was something like 34,000 small businesses closed in a very short period during COVID. So a lot of people were sort of displaced, not by choice, but by circumstance. So we know that there's a really great opportunity here to pick up again and, you know, rebuild life in a beautiful community of people that are helping make an impact and really helping to change lives. I feel really there's nothing more rewarding than being with a product like this that's changing lives. I mean, you could invest in other things, cryptocurrency or property, but you wouldn't be really changing anybody else's life, you know. So we love that part of it. One thing that's really beautiful about this company, and they are very heart-centered, is that they have a global startup pool, so that when you just do a little bit of sharing of the product and you generate a little bit of volume for the company, it's to the tune of about $5,000, not on your own, but again, just between people that you share with, and they might purchase a bit, and then they might have friends that purchase a little bit. You start to get a share in the global sales of the company. So it's not just about what your immediate team or friends and family are doing. It's actually sharing in a global pool. So you start to get shares in the company's sales, which is really unusual for a company to do that. There's trips, 3 to 4 trips every year. In fact, Sergio and I are going to Europe in April. We've qualified for an all expenses paid cruise around the Greek islands and Venice. And we've never done that before. So this is something very exciting for us. You know, we've earned that, and Bitify basically throws that in if you get behind the product and champion it, and the way we have. You know, we've really thrown everything into this. So we are certainly being well rewarded. There's a couple more ways too here, just to finish this off. Generational royalties. So you're getting a percentage of any team building that's connected with you and your team. You're getting percentages of all purchases, all kit sales, bulk product purchases that people might order from their back office. Physios might buy, you know, a ton of stock for their clients, etc. You're getting a percentage of all of that. So it's about, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. You're really working with teams that are helping produce results, and you're getting to benefit, and they're benefiting from your help and support and leadership as well. So that's a really nice win-win situation. As you get up and you become sort of more into the leadership ranks, you're getting paid down to infinity on your leaders team. So it's a little bit more complicated. We won't go into all of that, but the last two slides here, the Diamond Global Pool. So obviously when we reached this rank of Diamond, we got to share in 1% of all global sales. That was just distributed between Diamond ranks and above. So there's huge incentives here to start really seriously looking at something like Vitify. And lots of rewards, so, you know, a free product, etc. So what the invitation is here, and thanks, Joanne, for asking us to share this compensation plan brief overview, is the invitation to help us expand. You know, we are just getting started here in New Zealand and Australia. And from here, we will certainly be launching into Asian markets, which will be, you know, very exciting. And we still need a little bit to get, you know, sorted here first and make sure that we've got product here in the country, etc. But in a pre-launch, which is where we're at for the next couple of months, is the opportunity of a lifetime, is to really get involved with this, get involved with a low-cost, affordable business model. And it's a business that you can start part-time. You can do this from anywhere, as long as you've got a computer or a phone or a smartwatch. You can travel, like we're traveling now and we're doing business. So tonight is an example of us meeting some beautiful new friends, having dinner. We got cooked the most incredible lamb curry tonight, South African curry. It was beautiful. And we're sharing, you know, a conversation and having a Zoom meeting with more friends. So it's just fantastic. You don't need anything special to get started with this. There's no, you know, retirement age, no special qualifications. As long as you are open-minded and interested in helping and serving other people and looking to change your own life in the process, then you're a candidate to be part of our team. So basically, we call this a form of affordable franchising. And really, you can get started for as little as a few $100s. There's no huge outlays to get started. It's not a bricks and mortar business where you are over-investing or mortgaging your house to take a huge risk on. You're basically buying a box of drops and then starting to take them, share them with your family and share them with your friends as well. And that's generally how we all got started. And the more you do that, the more you'll have these incredible results, and you'll build a network of community who are just raving about the products and having life-changing results as well. So we're certainly here to support every single one of you. And we just ask that you get back to the person who invited you, because they'll have more information. So that was a very quick overview. And we've got a couple of questions here. Okay. So happy. Thank you. We're happy for the reward too. And this is a really nice reward for us, is getting to travel and meet people now that we've only really met on Zoom for the last 6 months. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Has anyone got any questions or comments that they'd like to share?
I do. Sorry, I've got a few questions, but
How
long does the product, I mean, like, sorry, yeah, I'm home now. So the product, how long do you have to take it? Is it ongoing for the rest of your life, or till you feel that you're healthy enough, or
I'll just answer that. There's a couple of different answers to that question. The first one is that with this particular type of curcumin, which is this bioavailable type, which is already nanofied, and it has the delivery system which allows it straight into the bloodstream and to straight into the cells, so it doesn't go through the digestive tract. This remains active in the body for 24 hours. So normal curcumin, like powder, is usually undetectable after 4 hours. So you've got long-lasting effects. Now, if you've got chronic inflammatory conditions, what happens usually is when you start taking the drops, the body will say, okay, that's helping not to have an inflammatory response and exacerbate things. And then it starts to be able to go to the backlog and start to do the repairing and the healing that's necessary. So each body is different. Some people find that they much just prefer being on the drops because it helps with so many things. Like, for instance, when I noticed that I got such a great result with my asthma, I was on the drops for quite a few months, and it also had helped my sleep, you know, through menopause, etc. And I thought I'll just stop it for a week and see how I go. Actually, my asthma was okay, but my sleep was horrible again. So I thought, I'm not doing that. So it's usually, you know, it's kind of a personal preference, but, you know, so I don't know, has anybody else got a specific answer to that question from their own experience that they'd like to share?
Yeah, I think I got on the drops when you told me about them. I was really impressed with the technology, and I thought, God, this is a no-brainer to me. And I was thinking all the people I knew, family members, friends, everyone. And I thought basically everybody needs to be on these drops. And the reason that I felt that was I was osteoarthritis starting in the hands the year before, and I was quite depressed about that because all I could see was it getting worse and eventually limiting what I could do with my hands. So when I started on the product and the pain went quite quickly, the stiffness is going. It's going to take a while. It's not going to be gone in a week, 2 weeks or anything like that. It will take quite a while. But I figured that if I'm in an environment where there's a lot of stress, where there's toxins in the environment, there's stress in life generally, which will build my inflammation up. I'm on these drops for life, because as you get older and there's more stress and other things happen, how do you want that inflammation back, or do you want to keep it at bay and keep it down? So, and my husband's headaches all went. He had headaches every day of his life. I had bad circulation in his feet. His feet were always cold, and high blood pressure. And with the drops, and he takes them regularly himself, which is good. I don't have to remind him all the time. No headaches, good circulation, and blood pressure down. So it's just a matter of how long do you want to be healthy? How long do you want to keep your inflammation down? So it's up to you to decide. And for us, we're on it for life, because I don't want any of that stuff back.
Yeah, and if you're doing other things that help,
Thank you.
like mitigating other environmental factors, or, you know, dietary things that might help inflammation as well, that might change how long or how many drops you need, you know, that sort of thing. But what a lot of people find is it's such a good kickstart into helping the body where it hasn't had that assistance before, that the body can do so much in, you know, like almost like such a rapid time. And then it's not coming from the same place, like the baseline is actually not so far down, if you know what I mean. So it's sort of an evolving thing as you get more well. But I think Denise is right, like there's acute inflammation that you can encounter daily, like if you're, you know, exposed to things and stuff like that. Jennifer also had an answer to that she wanted to share.
Yes, thanks. I wanted to share, I thought it was a great question, Tracy, and I really appreciate you asking that, because it's, you know, looking down the track. Part of my answer is very similar to Denise's, that what I'm aware of is there are daily inputs that cause inflammation in my body that I just can't get away from no matter what. The air, the water, it's everywhere. So what I notice is when I take these drops, I actually mentally and emotionally feel better, and I have more energy, and that like load of toxins that I'm carrying around gets less and less. So as Rebecca, I think you're absolutely right. That load gets less, so the body can create its own healing and own regeneration. Yet we still have this constant stream of input. So at some point, I believe it would bioaccumulate again. So I'd rather get myself to a really maintainable level, and then just probably take at some point just a maintenance dose once I hit that kind of level. And I will also say that I will definitely keep this in my first aid kit forever for those on the spot things, you know, much like you were speaking about with your daughter. We have a business where we have people doing welding, they get burns and cuts and things in their eye and all sorts. So I hope that gives a even more well-rounded answer.
Thank you. I mean, I think we were actually discussing this today about actually what I started to sort of witness to over my years and sport and so forth is that, you know, we're always used to obviously chronic states of health, right? And I've had my own things that I've sort of battled with. But what I was more interested in is what can we start to do when we get out of that position, and then how can we support the body moving beyond that? you know, because instead of always, like as Rebecca said, feeling like we're always coming from below to go up, as opposed to getting up and then going even further up, or at least keeping it there to be, you know, if you understand what I mean. Because we're all very guilty, I'm sure, of we'll only go and see the doctor or the dentist when it's sore or when we're unwell, right? And in answer to your question as well, and I back Jen and Denise, and this is, it's about supporting yourself once you've gotten to a better state of health, right? And that's why I'll always take the drops in relation to that, because I want to test, I was talking to Don today, is I want to start to test the boundaries of what it starts to feel like when you're actually starting to feel better.
And so just talking from experience, you know, coming from a family with high blood pressure, he's had it, his blood pressure's normalized, his mother's had it, hers is normalized. So this is a really different sort of scope. And one of the slides in our normal presentation that we do when we've got more new people is that you're either in a state of inflammation and degeneration, or what's the other one? Healing and regeneration. So it's like if you're in a state of predominantly inflammation, there's going to be a lot of degeneration happening in the body, which is that feeling that you're breaking down and things are getting sore and they're getting worse and they're compounding. Whereas if you're healing, the body's allowed to heal, you're actually starting to regenerate. So it's a bit like, you know, just thinking about moving that baseline measure to better health, and then from there, what can be possible. It's very exciting technology. Exciting.
Thank you so much. And yeah, just talking about, is it Jen, the first one, the first speaker, her husband with so I do too have high blood pressure, and I've had headaches for all my life since I was a child. From migraines, I get headaches every day, but when I've got a headache, my blood pressure is actually low. The lowest my blood pressure has actually been is 160. I can fly up to 300 over 110, so I'm a walking corpse, really. And I just get sent home from the hospital because there's nothing, and I've just been a guinea pig, really. They're trying all these medications on me to get my blood pressure down, and I don't think it's about that, and I do think it's about something else. So I'm really excited to get my my parcel in the mail, because for me it's just unbelievable to hear all the testimonies, but also to hear everything that everybody's got is what I've got in one person. So it might take more than a bottle to get me going, but but yeah, I am excited. So thank you.
Pleasure.
Thank you
We're
so
excited
much.
for you. We're excited for you. So, is there anyone?
Tracy, I better send you up a whole bottle, not 7 days.
I've just actually was going to tag, I had a question in the chat there about, is it too late?
I might need a box.
I just wanted to, I may as well share this while I'm here. Where am I here? This will be in testimonies.
Is there any other questions just while Rebecca is going to find an answer?
I would suggest watching this. This is in our private group, so it's on our Facebook private group. Sorry, just scrolling through. You can see lots of. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm just going down here to. Where is it? Have I passed it? Hang on. Oops, sorry guys. Don't get dizzy.
Can I just mention while you're scrolling there that in the chat, if you're curious about how to access either this Global Wellness Hub, which has phenomenal resources for all kinds of information and training, or the Disruptive Wellness Testimonials page, you can find that in the chat and cut and paste it into some other spot for your notes, and there will be instructions and links there.
Thank you.
Just quickly, this is the one I'm tagging you in, Fasu, which is a doctor talking about a lot of her patients who were terminal, and the stories and how the drops were used and how that worked. So I would suggest everybody see that too. So yeah, just wanted to let you know that one. So obviously with that kind of testimony, nothing can be named. I mean,
A lot of what we've spoken about today, we obviously wouldn't talk about this openly in a public kind of setting, and I'm sure you're all pretty aware why. So you'll see in that video, Fasi, that they're not naming anything, but I think you'll get the idea of what they're trying to get through, right? Because that is accessible for people outside of the private groups, and we don't want, we want to protect something like that's this valuable for people and providing so many wonderful results for people. So we've got to kind of adhere to, no claims and not naming anything or labeling any kind of issues or health issues and so forth. So is there any, like, what have we got? We've got two more. Have we got any final questions, everybody, before we?
No, not a question, but to just, testimonial, the lady that was suffering from headaches. I've suffered from Meniere's disease for the last 20 odd years of my life. It was getting so bad before I started the drops that completely debilitated. My head would spin and I had cluster headaches probably about every other day, where I just had to go to bed and let it pass and hope for the best that I didn't wake up from the head spins and everything. And anyway, I started the drops thanks to Faye, who sent me a bottle, and it's taken care of it all. I have had a couple of times where I sort of felt just a very faint spin, and then going and taking the drops under my tongue, gone. Wow. And amazing. And then from my recent injury where I rolled over in bed, and it was a stupid thing to do, really, and I tore all the ligaments and muscles down in my left arm, and I had 2 crushed nerves as well, and I've never experienced such pain in all my life. The drops have certainly helped me get back on my feet again. The pain is now gone. I've had other treatment as well, physio and acupuncture, which I've found extremely good, because here we live in a country town, but we have very, very good services. So all those things put together, but I don't think I would be as advanced. In fact, I know I wouldn't be had I not been taking the drops. And I just think that they're the most wonderful thing that were ever invented. And, there's a lot you can do by taking them for osteoarthritis, because it helps with the pain and gets you mobile again. So thank you for letting me share. And
thank you.
Wow. I have a question for you. Did you, when you have with Meniere's, did you feel like you tried a lot of other things? Did you feel like there was going to be any hope for that? Like, what was because that's
I tried everything. Wow. And I was on really, really heavy medication in the end, and it wasn't doing anything. Probably decreased it by a smidge, but no, I still had it. And it was when I got the drops.
Was it a journey with the drops to sort of feel like that cleared for you, or how many was it, weeks or months or?
It was probably about a journey of about 4 to 6 weeks. And I had to, once I realized the drops were actually working and doing something for me, which was 2 weeks in, I then, under doctor's supervision, asked if I could decrease the medication. And that's what I did. And I went from 200 milligrams a day of a very, very toxic drug down to nothing. And now I'm so good, and I'm so grateful.
Oh, I'm so pleased to hear that. I mean, it's life-changing, right? And what we love about this is that it doesn't compete with anything. It doesn't interfere with anything else. Actually, it can really enhance, other things. If you're, like you say, if you're having other treatments for pain management, it can actually help in between treatments to self-manage inflammation. So we love it. It's such a supportive product, and it doesn't take away from anything else. And sometimes people are, like you say, lucky enough to be able to reduce medication. I know Sergio's mum's been in the same boat, and it's just, obviously there's savings in other areas. If you need less treatments, less medication, less. We say the same for pets. Pets, you can save so much on vet bills. And pets don't lie. You can't, like Serge says, you can't, there's no placebo for an animal. So when we see these great results with people having with their pets, and what we've started doing is whatever's left in the bottom of the bottle, we add water to, and then we give it to the plants. So that now our plants at home are getting it. We heard actually somebody the other day jumped on a call and said that somebody gave her a bottle and she put a drop in her eye. Who was that?
I don't remember who, but somebody.
That was my friend Sophie, and she had this experience of dry eye and irritation, and it was just ongoing and chronic, and she was using the curcumin plus, which also had ginger and vitamin C. So to put a drop, right in your eye with all that extra goodness that could potentially be a little stingy, it didn't stop her, and she massaged it all around her eye. She said she cried yellow tears for about 15 minutes, but for her that was a miracle because she thought there was no more water in there from the chronic dry eye. She's
I
just
would
thrilled.
probably recommend that.
Just saying.
I thought I'd push the boundaries on what I do with the drops, but far out. That one is that's that's crazy. You Southerners, especially on the South Island. Anyway, hey, we want to thank everybody. Is there any just final?
Dawn's dog fur was the
Yeah, gosh, yeah, honestly.
Yep.
Guys,
if you start researching this product and getting involved in the groups that we've got on Facebook, 25,000 testimonies, incredible, like mind-blowing before and after photos that we don't go around publicly sharing that because we want to protect the product because it's a natural supplement and that could be a real threat to, who industries. But you'll be pleasantly surprised. You'll be, you'll shake your head honestly, and you'll think, wow, we need this. We've needed it for a long time. And then you start to think, I know so many people who need this product, and that's exactly what happened for me. I had a great result. Straight away thought about my mum, cousin, friends of mine. A friend had long COVID, could not recover. Gave her a couple of about a week's supply that was left in the bottom of a bottle. She bounced back in 2 days. She'd had chronic ear infections, for months, couldn't get out of bed. And we're hearing stories like what Catherine, what you shared tonight. It's just so touching because you live with such agony, such misery and grief with pain, and then to have something that's so simple, that's not low cost, high impact. It's just we call it a miracle product, really, but the body's the miracle. We get that. And people say, will it work for me? I mean, it's really about whether your body can respond to the curcumin. The curcumin is going to do what it's designed to do, which is, it's 4,000-year-old natural medicine. And the body just needs to be given that chance to respond, to receive it, and then go about doing what it's able to do. And so, if you're on the curcumin journey, stay on it for, enough time to give yourself so that you can see that result. Make sure your dosage is appropriate for what you've got going on. For somebody that's really, really severely chronically inflamed, in a lot of pain, 10 drops a day might not be enough. For some people, it's too much. They have to start at 2 or 3 and work their way up slowly. So it's beautiful because it's the sort of product that you learn about what you need, and you just ask questions. You get a lot of feedback from people about what their journey's been like. And that's why it's marketed this way, so that we can share it as a community and people can get the support and the hope that they can change their lives and help others as well.
Amazing.
Yeah, wonderful. All right. Well, you want to say something?
Yeah, I just want to say, don't underestimate the effects mentally, emotionally, and spiritually as well. People start to feel good. The brain fog lifts. So it's not just the physical, it's the mental, emotional, spiritual as well. It's the whole body, mind treatment, if you like, of a natural product. So with so many people feeling better in themselves, depression lifting, things like that, feeling more joy. So that's, to me, is really important part of the drops as well.
Amazing.
Fantastic.
Wonderful.
Good. Well,
thank you everybody
Then-
from Queenstown and our hosts
Don't see anything.
and our hosts.
Yeah, wonderful sharing. And we did record the testimonial section and the comp plan bit. So we will put that in the hub for those of you who'd like to go back and see that again. And yeah, it's been wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to just do this. Next Monday we'll be in a different location altogether.
Oh, we
somewhere
might
else.
just it's going to be Labour weekend here, and so we may possibly not have it. We'll just see. We'll just maybe reach out to us, but generally most people will be kind of away and busy and so on and so forth. So we really want to thank each and every one of you for attending tonight.
Now, before you run off, can I just ask one more thing?
Yeah.
There are some people that really don't know the towns that you're going to be in coming up. And if you just kind of lightly hit on that, people even that are new here might say, hey, go and see these people.
Great reminder, thank you. So we're in Queenstown at the moment, and we're here again in Christelle and Donovan's home in Queenstown tomorrow at midday, and also tomorrow night. If anybody's got people that they want to send along to talk to us, meet us in person, hear about the drops, we can just get in touch with us and we can give you the address. Wednesday night we're doing a training in Wanaka, and Thursday night we're doing a presentation at the community hub. Is that right, Jen? I got that right? Community centre, community hub. And
Yes, the Wanaka Community Hub will be the Thursday night one.
and then we are going to be in Wellington the week after that, and then we'll be in Palmerston North, and then we will be in Hastings, and then coming back home to Auckland for a little bit. And then we're probably going to do a drive down to Hamilton, go Coromandel, and certainly something in Auckland as well, because everybody will be really annoyed.
Yeah, and then obviously Whangarei at some point. So, but we'll keep everybody posted on that. But
We just wanted to see how this part of the journey went before we started booking too many.
Thank you.
And then
Hey,
we're-
awesome, you two. Massive. Thank you, everyone.
Awesome.
Thanks, everyone.
Great. So lovely to meet you, Tanya. Thanks, David. Thanks, Andrew.
Thank you so much for the rongoa. I'm excited. I can't wait.
Yeah,
Kia
let
ora,
us- let us-
Tracy.
let
Talk
us
to you
know,
soon.
Tracy.
Kia ora, Jane. Aye.
Yeah.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Ko
Thank
marie
you.
e.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Ko Marie.
Bye. Completely inspiring. Thanks, everyone.
Amazing, Catherine.
Oh, thank you.